Hello all and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. My name is Vlada and I read tarot, and today I'm doing a reading on how does the person on your mind, this can be romantic, this can be platonic, this can be any type of a relationship, how do they view your connection? So what is this connection between the two of you, or the relationship between the two of you? How does it look like in their eyes and from their perspective? So this is going to be a pick a deck reading, so I'll be using each deck for each group. So we've got the Light Seers Tarot for group 1, we've got the Wheel of the Year Tarot for group 2, we've got the Cat Tarot for group 3, and we've got the Modern Witch Tarot for group 4. So yeah, as I said, this is going to be a reading on how does the person on your mind, whoever you choose to ask about, this can be a friend, this can be a partner, this can be any person you want, a family member, how do they view the connection? What does it look like from their point of view? And what do you need to know about their perspective on your relationship? So you can pause the video now if you like. You can see which group is pulling you the most. Now pay attention to whether it's multiple groups that are pulling you. There might be messages in 2 groups for you or 3 groups, but there also may not be messages in this video for you at all. You may not feel pulled to any of the decks, and that's okay too. So keep in mind that there may not be a message here for you either, but I'll let you pause now and meditate over the cards, and I'll see you at the group. So let's get started with group number 1. I'm gonna put these decks to the side and we're gonna get started with group number 1. So let's get into the reading. So first of all, I want to get the general energy of how this person that you're asking about. First of all, I want to ask, how do they see themselves within this connection? Because we all see things from a subjective view. So we all see things from our own point of view, and we tend to think about ourselves more than anybody else, really. Like we're always very conscious of ourselves. So I feel like starting with the way that they see themselves in this connection is a good idea. So let's get started. So how does the person that the group 1 are asking about, how does the person that they're asking about, how do they view themselves in this connection, in this relationship? 4 of Wands in reverse. This person may see themselves as kind of on the outskirts of this connection. This person may not feel like they're completely integrated into this relationship or this connection. From their point of view, the way that they see themselves, it's not necessarily completely negative, because I see the 4 of Wands as the kind of card that can be positive, both in reverse and upright. To me, the 4 of Wands is a very joyful energy either way. So I feel like this person sees themselves as a positive energy in this relationship. They see themselves as a good energy in this relationship, but they, for some reason, the way that I'm visualizing it, it's like someone who can't fully step in, someone who doesn't feel like they can fully connect to you for some reason, even though they want to. Like, the perception that I'm getting here is that they want to connect to you. They find you to be probably very fun, and I think they like to have fun themselves. This is someone who likes to have fun. This is someone who likes to enjoy their life. But this person, for some reason, just doesn't feel like they have, I'm almost hearing, permission to connect to you fully. This person doesn't have the full permission to connect to you fully, doesn't have the full... They feel like there are some doors that are closed for them when it comes to this connection, to connect to you fully and connect to you on a very deep level. So if this is a friend you're asking about, or a potential friend, this person may feel like they wouldn't fit in with the rest of your friends or something like that, or maybe they feel like they haven't been given the full permission by you to connect to you properly yet. If this is more of a romantic energy that you're asking about, it could be that this person sees themselves as your friend, but doesn't feel like they have the full permission or the full allowance from themselves or you to step in. And I think for the most part, it's almost like this person can't let themselves, for some reason, step into this connection fully. So I want to clarify this card just very quickly. So how do they view themselves within this connection? How do they view themselves? Two of Pentacles in reverse. This person is kind of in two minds. There might be practical reasoning for this. So this person may see that from a practical point of view, they can't connect to you fully. Maybe they feel like there are practical elements such as distance or work or living situations that are stopping them from engaging with this relationship to the fullest degree. But I feel like this person overall sees their role in this connection as like positive, but they don't think that they necessarily have a big impact on you. It kind of feels like this person doesn't seem to this person doesn't feel like they have a massive impact on you. They feel like whether they're there or not, you don't really notice. Although they feel like you potentially do feel positively about them, it's like their presence doesn't make a huge difference to you. Whether that's true or not from your perspective, that's their perspective on themselves within this connection. So let's look at how they view you in this connection and this relationship. If this is a family member, it might be a family member who feels like you're kind of off doing other things and you're focused on other things now. Because Four of Wands can be a family card. So it could be a family member. If you're asking about a family member, it could be that they feel that you are focused on other things right now and you're not really focusing on them. So let's look at how they see you in this connection, this person that you're asking about. How do they see group number 1 in this connection? The Sun card. Oh, they think you're super positive. I have to say, whoever you're asking about here, they see you as such a bright and cheerful light in their life. And I think it's almost like they underestimate. I feel like because you're watching this reading about this person, it makes sense that they mean a lot to you, but they almost underestimate the impact that they have on you. It's kind of like they talk themselves down in terms of the impact and the appreciation that you have for them as well. But they appreciate you a lot. They see you as this bright light. They see you as someone who is very expressive. We've also got the Ace of Wands and the Five of Swords in reverse. They may see you as a little bit hot-headed. That's one thing that I'm seeing. Maybe they feel like you're hot-headed or you've been hot-headed with them. Although I feel the energy that I'm getting, the way that they see you in this connection, is that you're someone who can be hot-headed, and maybe you've even been hot-headed with a specific person. Maybe you lost your temper with this person a couple of times, but you're also someone who's able to admit when they've been wrong or when they've done something from a hot-headed, short-tempered place. It's like, I've done this because I was short-tempered or hot-headed and I kind of lost my head a little bit. So I also feel like if you've apologized to this person, if you've been hot-headed with them and you've apologized to them, it's something that they really liked. It's something that made them feel happy. I feel like maybe not many people apologize to this person. Not many people take responsibility for the way that they've hurt this person. And I feel like even though I'm getting a bit of an energy that you may have hurt this person, you either apologized or took responsibility for the hurt that you may have caused this person. And that caused them to really see you in a new, bright, positive light. This person sees you as like full of energy, full of vitality. They feel like you in this relationship, you're able to bring a lot of vitality to them and to this relationship, to this connection. They see you as someone who like breathes life into things. Like you're able to breathe life into things, fire. You're able to breathe fire into things where you heat up. Like the way that I'm seeing it's like if I feel like I'm seeing it through their eyes. Imagine like if there's a party or a get together and the room is dead and like nobody's really talking to each other, and the energy is not necessarily bad, but it's quite low, and people are being awkward, or maybe people are not saying much, or people are keeping to only the groups that they know. It feels like when you come into a room, you're able to breathe this life into the room and get everyone talking to each other, and you stir up this celebratory energy. Again, I feel like with the Four of Wands in reverse here, maybe this person feels like they couldn't engage fully with just how much fun and passion you bring into a situation, and maybe they feel like they lost their chance there in that way or something like that. But I'm seeing someone come in and just like, you're the life of the party. I feel like this person sees you as the life of the party, the life of any room or any space that you come into. It's kind of like when you leave the room or when you leave an event or something like that, a lot of this energy goes with you. They see you in a very positive light. Even if you've had conflict with this person, like I'm struggling to see that they don't have positive feelings about you. But I do feel maybe you had some like anger with this person. Maybe you've been angry at this person. And I think it's something that ideally they'd like to fix, but they don't really know how to. Or this has already been fixed, and there's already been like an apology, or both of you have exchanged words of, taking responsibility for whatever hurt or whatever disagreements that has been between you. Okay, so how do they see the connection between you specifically? So the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, both of them in reverse. And I'm going to clarify them. Wheel of Fortune. Then King of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like this person wants to reveal something to you. But the way that I'm seeing it is that this person feels very closed off, but they don't want to be that way. There's a feeling of like, I'm closed off, but I don't want to be closed off. I want to be more open. I want to be more free. I also wonder if this person feels like you make them feel like they can be more free. It's almost like being in your presence being in your presence creates permission to feel more free and more open. Something about your energy to this person, they don't feel comfortable to be vulnerable or free or kind of like unencumbered. Is that the right word? Is that the word that I'm looking for? Around other people. Whereas around you, they feel like they have permission to let loose. That is, there's a trend of that here. And I feel like this person doesn't let loose very easily. This person doesn't let loose and doesn't, like, I'm almost getting, this person feels like around you, they get to have fun in a way that it doesn't matter if they make a fool out of themselves. It doesn't matter if they misstep in some sort of way. It doesn't matter if they say something stupid. You're not going to judge them for that. If anything, you might even embrace it. But it feels like this person thinks that you've better things to do as well. At the same time, it feels like there might be some insecurities with this person that stop them from fully, it's like someone who really wants to lean into the relationship. So whether this is platonic or romantic or familial, it feels like someone who really wants to lean into the relationship, but they themselves stop themselves from leaning into this relationship. They stop themselves from fully allowing themselves to move into this relationship. So maybe you even feel like there's always a wall between you and this person, but at the same time you probably feel like it's almost like you can feel that they want to connect to you closer. It's almost like you can feel they want to lean in closer. I'm even getting their body language might be like that. Like they seem to always want to lean in closer, get closer to you, stand closer to you, but then they pull themselves back very quickly. So I want to get your perspective on this situation. I want to get your perspective on this person's role in this relationship. So group one's perspective on this person's role in the relationship that they're asking about. Oh, the Tower. You may feel this person is actually quite intimidating. It's funny because you might actually find this person quite intimidating. Or you may feel like this person has shaken you up. You may feel like this person has really shaken your foundation in some sort of way. You may feel like interacting with this person. I wonder if there was some sort of conflict between you and this person. But it kind of feels like at the same time, for some of you, what could have happened here is that there could have been a conflict and maybe apologies were said, or, you know, maybe there was an instance where you talked it over, but both of you are still not sure if the other one truly forgives the other. It's like both parties want to forgive and forget, but there's also this uneasiness, like, oh, do they really forgive me? Or do they not forgive me? You know, there's that kind of feeling that I'm getting. It's almost like, I'm not sure if this person forgives me. We've also got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Well, you may actually feel this person is a little bit selfish. That's what I'm getting. Maybe that's what this person is. There might be a little bit, maybe you are thinking that this person's a little bit selfish. And so I'm kind of getting a cautious energy from you. So you might be a little bit cautious. I feel like you, well, let's get your perception of yourself in this relationship first. The High Priestess in reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Something that I'm getting is you may feel like I'm getting a feeling of being really exposed. So it almost feels like you feel like you may have overexposed your emotions and overexposed yourself in some sort of way in this relationship, in this connection in some sort of way. You may feel like you maybe were too vulnerable with this person. I do see that this person sees and perceives this type of vulnerability in you, but I feel like they see it from such a positive perspective. They see you as this, like, sunshine. It's like you're this ray of sunshine that comes into a room and just, like, gets the party started, gets everyone excited. Everyone's having fun when you're around. But you almost see yourself as maybe you were too vulnerable with this person, or you overextended yourself emotionally to this person in some sort of way. And you might even feel like this person sees you as like some sort of a, like, oh, like they probably think I'm an emotional idiot or something like that. Like, that's just what I heard in my head. Like, it's not true. It's just your subjective perception. But I'm kind of feeling like that's not the way they see you at all. You may feel like this person took advantage of you in some sort of emotional way. And if that's how you feel, this person doesn't feel that way. That's one thing I feel like I have to highlight. This person doesn't feel like they took advantage of you in an emotional way. But they do feel like they can't quite step into this connection fully. And it's almost like they want to reveal something about themselves to you, but it's very hard for them to reveal it. If we're looking at the way that they see it, because that's the main question here, they see it as a connection where they are not ready for the type of vulnerability and the type of openness that it would require to be your friend or your partner or whatever, to be close to you. So yes, they do see you as very emotionally vulnerable. They do see you as very open, but not in the same, like, you may think, oh, I'm embarrassed about how emotionally vulnerable I was with this person. I feel uneasy about it. But I feel like it's something that they actually really liked, and it made them feel very positively about you. But again, it does not mean that they should have been privy to that if you feel like they shouldn't have been. And if they did do something selfish or acted in some sort of selfish way towards you, just because they don't perceive it that way doesn't mean that it's not true, you know? So let's summarize this whole reading. I'm just going to pull one more card. I just want to get one more card to summarize this relationship. The bottom line is justice in reverse. I mean, for a lot of you, this could just be a relationship that is more karmic. It could be a relationship where you were supposed to learn some lessons. For some of you, I do feel like something that happened has been unfair. And I feel like there is something here where you do feel like this person is selfish. I do feel like this person has an element of selfishness in them, but it's not something that they're fully aware of, and therefore they're not able to tackle it. And I don't think it's even coming from a malicious place. That's what's interesting. It's more like this person is kind of unbalanced, with the Two of Pentacles being in reverse and the Four of Wands being in reverse, because Four of Wands is like a stable foundation. Four of Wands, like when you have like 4 legs to a table, or 4 legs to something, you know, or 4 pillars to something, that thing is usually very stable. And we have that in reverse. And then we also have the Two of Pentacles, which talks about balance, being in reverse. And we've also got Justice card to kind of summarize the whole reading. That's also in reverse. So to me, that says that this person is just very unbalanced in their thought process, in their thinking. But I feel like one thing I want to assure you is that this person has very positive feelings about you. This person actually sees you in a very positive life or light. If this is a romantic connection, or like a flirtatious connection or anything like that, I do feel like this person's also very attracted to you. This person sees you as very attractive, very vibrant, and especially something that's very vibrant to this person about you is your, and not to say that they don't find you attractive physically, they probably do, most likely, but the most vibrant thing to this person is your personality. Like, something about your personality is very attractive to this person. It's like you have the perfect type of personality to them. It's like you're the kind of person that they want to be around, but they almost feel like they don't deserve to be around you in many ways. And that can translate as selfishness to you, because maybe they sabotage the connection or the relationship. But I feel like they would like to change that around. But I'm not seeing them make any moves anytime soon to change it properly or to make some significant change, because there is a feeling of being stuck because they don't want to change themselves. And so when we don't want to change in our own energy, we're not going to change anything around us. And that's the way that the cards are presenting the situation to me. It's like, it's not that they don't want to change in the connection, they do, but it's almost like they're not aware that in order to change things around you, you have to change things inside you, within you. And there's a little bit of a stalemate that I'm feeling with this connection. So to kind of summarize this reading, the way that they view this connection is very positive, especially the way they view you in this connection is very positive. They see you, and even if there has been conflict, I feel like you're more shaken by the conflict, maybe, which is rightfully so, because maybe this person was the culprit for the conflict. You know, I'm reading this from a more objective perspective. So this person is definitely less affected by this conflict that you may have had. So they don't take it into account as much, although they do, they think about it. They see you in a very positive light, but they also feel like things are very unbalanced within this relationship, within this connection, and they feel like they themselves are unbalanced and they don't have a stable footing or grounding in order to improve the situation, in order to improve this connection. So for now, especially if you're like in a separation situation with this person, I'm not seeing this person make any significant moves. I'm not seeing this person do anything significant, but this is how they view the connection. They just feel like right now it's almost like nothing can be done. And again, it feels like someone who's on the outside looking in, really wanting to step closer into the connection and, you know, root themselves into the connection, but it's at the same time there's a side of them that won't let them do that. If this is not someone you're in separation with, but you're kind of like, I'm hanging out with this person, but what's the story? Like, they're not getting more involved with me. They're not, like, it's very hard to become closer to them. There's a reason for that. It's because they literally struggle with letting you be closer to them. Because they feel like also there's a lot of light energy, like you illuminate things. They may feel like you would illuminate all the things they don't want you to illuminate. Like, so there might be certain shadow aspects of themselves that they're not ready to look at. They're not ready to explore and fully witness. So they don't want you to come in and shine the light on the things that they don't want to address right now. So that's what I have for you, group number 1. So that was your reading. If you like this reading, do like, subscribe, and comment, especially with your feedback. I'd love to hear your feedback if you feel like sharing. But I'm going to move on. So I'm going to leave this deck here. So that is how your person views the connection between the two of you. So let's move on. We're moving into group number 2. So group number 2, let's get into your reading. Let's see, how does the person that you're asking about, whether it's a romantic, platonic, or familial connection, whatever type of a connection, maybe even colleague, whatever, however you see this connection, how did they see it and what did they perceive from your connection with each other? So let's look at how do they see themselves within the connection first? Their role in the connection. 4 of Swords in reverse. This person feels like they could be doing more in this connection. That's what I'm getting straight away. There's almost a feeling of like, yeah, I'm getting 2 4s in reverse as well. Is interesting. Maybe you see repeating 4s when it comes to this connection a lot. This person feels like they either could have done more, or that they should have done more, or that they could be doing more currently. Maybe all 3, you know? I'm getting a very strong energy of someone who could be quite stubborn, but not just stubborn, could also be quite set in their ways, whether it comes from traditional point of view, whether it comes from their own code of conduct. It's very hard for this person to let go of how things should be done, or how things... what's the proper way of doing things. Maybe they had like really strict parents, or just like they were molded in a very strict environment where they see life is meant to be a certain way, and that's that. And so for them to have an open mind, that can be a bit of a struggle for them from time to time. So I feel like the way that this person sees their role in this relationship is they are definitely acknowledging that side of themselves. They're acknowledging that it's very hard for them to let go of certain rules, certain traditions, certain way of doing things. And it's almost like there's almost a feeling of procrastination. It's like I've procrastinated doing more. I've procrastinated trying harder, or even giving more. This person may feel like they were greedy or restrictive with their effort towards you. And I definitely feel like some sort of sense of regret. There's this feeling of like, I could have done more, I should have done more. Now, maybe you don't feel that way. You know, keep in mind, this is their perspective. But I feel like this person definitely has this feeling of, I could have done more, or I could be doing more right now. And how do I break down my preconceived ideas of how life should be in order to do more? Because they see that in order to maintain a friendship, a relationship, any sort of connection with you, they have to approach you from a point of view that they're not used to, and they may have to break their tradition, and they don't know if they're ready to do that. So there might be something about traditional values that is stopping them. So how do they see you in this connection? So they see you as the Queen of Swords in reverse, no less. It feels like maybe you told them, like, you need to put more effort in, you need to do more. Maybe that's why they feel it's too late, because you seem kind of removed. You seem like you're not available with your energy anymore. So for a lot of you, this could be a separation type of energy. Seven of Pentacles. This is funny because I feel like this person sees you as very patient. They see you as a very patient person. They feel like you've been very patient with them, and it's almost like your patience ran out. So honestly, I feel like this person sees that they did something. It's not necessarily that they did something wrong. It's more that they haven't done enough. They may even feel like they were kind of lazy in this friendship or this connection, this relationship. They may feel like they were kind of lazy while you were picking up all the slack in this connection. Whether they admit that to you or not. It's this feeling of like, oh, yeah, I started slacking in this relationship. I started being lazy in this relationship. And group 2 had to pick up all the slack. No wonder they're angry. No wonder they're pissed off with me. Again, for some of you, this might be a gentle version of that. I want to really highlight that for some of you, this may be something where you just said something to them and you were like, okay, it's time for you to pick up the slack. Like, I'm tired of doing everything in this relationship. I'm tired to be the one... Sorry, I'm knocking off my mic. I'm tired to be the one that... is always worrying about this relationship, or is always thinking about how to evolve this relationship. Like, it's time for you to do something, and it opened up their eyes to something. But for some of you, maybe it was that you literally walked away from this person. Keep in mind, this can be various severity. You know, it can be, it's a spectrum of severity that this can be on, but I definitely feel like you said something, and maybe what you said, you didn't mince your words. Like, you were very sharp with how you said it. You were probably very sharp and very honest with what you said, and you said, you know what, you need to pick up the slack in this relationship, or I'm done. But this person recognizes that you've been very patient with them. That's what I'm getting. It's like, you've been so patient. You've been so understanding. Interesting. But this person is kind of intimidated by you. That's what I'm seeing here. There's definitely like, I'm intimidated by group 2. They don't want to get on your bad side. And for some of you, I think this person did get on your bad side. But this person really doesn't want to get on your bad side. It's like, it's a very important thing to this person that they don't. So let's see how they view the relationship overall. We've got the Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, and let's clarify those. Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess. This person definitely feels like you've removed your energy, like you're colder with them now. I feel like you used to be very warm and very inviting and very nurturing with this person, whether this is a friendship or a relationship, or, you know, you're a family member, it's, you know, whoever you're asking about. It feels like it used to be a very warm relationship where you were very nurturing, very caring. You put a lot of warmth into the connection. You put a lot of intentional care and you were very intentional with how you approach this relationship. But it's almost like you've removed that intentional nurturing recently. You have stepped back. You have taken a lot of your own energy and you're implementing it into something else. Maybe you decided to put it into your work, into your creative projects, maybe. I also feel like this person sees this connection or this relationship as incredibly honest. This person doesn't feel, because I'm getting the Knight of Swords, right? And then we've got the Ace of Wands. And this energy is very fast. It's very obvious energy, I would say. And then we've got the High Priestess in reverse. And it feels like High Priestess, when we talk about High Priestess is very secretive. But when she's in reverse, to me, that can talk about being not having any secrets and not trying to hide anything behind the scenes. So this person sees this relationship or this connection as very honest, very straight to the point. So it kind of feels like this person is aware that you were never hiding anything from them. You were never, this person knows like that you'd never lie to them. There's a really big emphasis on that in this relationship. I wonder if this person lied to you. Maybe it's not that they lied about something significant. Maybe they lied about something small, but they're still aware that that's not cool. You know, for some of you, maybe it was a significant lie. But the feeling that I'm getting is that this person wishes that they could get your warm, nurturing, loving energy back. And they feel like they have to earn it back. Like, it's not that easy to just get it back. It's not that easy. They'll have to earn it. They'll have to put applied effort into gaining your respect back even as well. Again, keep in mind the severity of this can vary. How do you see this person in this relationship? Just for context, let's see. How do you see this person in this relationship? Knight of Wands. You see this person as quite impulsive. You see this person as someone who moves on quickly. Maybe even a little bit immature. You might see this person as a little bit immature. But I also feel like with the Eight of Cups, you see this person as someone who, maybe you did remove your energy, because I feel like you see this person as someone who is part of your past. With the Eight of Cups, it makes me think like, it's something I'm leaving behind emotionally. It's something that, like, someone I'm leaving behind emotionally. It's someone I'm moving on from. Maybe you see this person as moving on from you. The feeling that I'm getting as well is that maybe your emotional needs were not met or are not met with this person, and you're either considering moving on from this person or you've already moved on from this person. And like, I'm not, it feels like the phrase that I'm getting in my head about your perception of this person is, I don't have any high expectations anymore. So maybe you've lowered your expectations when it comes to your person, and you realize, like, you know, I don't want to have low standards. So if my expectations have been lowered when it comes to this friend or partner or whoever, I'm just going to distance myself. But you do also see this person as someone who could potentially chase you if they notice that you are moving on, that they will try harder. But you also question whether them trying harder is just because they enjoy the chase and because they want to win, rather than to make any applied changes or create. Like, I am getting this feeling of you seeing this person as someone who would chase you, but the question is, like, if they do chase me, what's the intention behind that chase? Is it just to chase, or is it because they genuinely want to make a change of some kind and apply some sort of effort? So how do you see yourself in this connection? Just for context. You see, there's so many knights here. You see yourself as a Knight of Cups. So maybe you actually see you and this person on a similar level of maturity, but you may feel like you are not in for the chase, because the Knight of Cups, the energy of the Knight of Cups, it can be a bit of a player energy sometimes, but I usually I kind of take it as a player energy if it's in reverse. But when it's upright, I see maybe you feel like you're more emotionally involved and more emotionally interested, whereas you feel like the other person is more interested from this pursuit point of view. You may even feel like this person wants to win you over, but there's not an emotional consideration. You see yourself as fair in this connection. So whatever has happened between you and this person, you feel like your reaction, your decision making, and your actions have been just, have been fair. You see this situation as, well, I've done things fairly. I haven't done anything unfair. I haven't done anything that is shady or sneaky. Again, I do feel like you're a very honest person, group 2, because even your person recognizes that. Your person sees you as someone very honest. Now, again, keep in mind, whatever type of a relationship you have with this person, for some of you, maybe this is not necessarily like someone you're leaving behind, because these could be all types of relationships, but maybe you are setting, it kind of feels like, you know, when you have a friend or you have someone in your life and you're aware that they can't reach a certain expectation or a certain standard that you would hold for yourself or certain people, and you decide that you're happy to just be friends with them or be connected to them, or like have a family member that you want to be connected to, but you're not going to expect too much from them, and you're going to look at them through the lens of, I'm not expecting much from you as a person. I'm not expecting much from you as a friend or a sibling or a partner, even for some of you maybe, or a parent. Like, there's this feeling of, I'm not going to set any expectations on this relationship anymore. I'm just going to do my own thing. And then, you know, whatever this person wants to do or however this person wants to show up in my life, they can do that. I'm just going to keep strong boundaries with this person. And I feel like that's your perspective on this relationship. But I feel like there's a lot of, the feeling that I have to really evoke here, because I feel like I'm being a little bit negative with this reading, and I don't want to be, because what I'm seeing is that there is a lot of love between the two of you. So whoever you're dealing with, I think even if you remove your energy, there's still a lot of love and care for each other. There's still a lot of appreciation for each other from some sort of a perspective. In some sort of capacity, there's this feeling of like, I like this person, I care about this person, I hope this person does well in life. And I think they feel very similarly. And so I want to pull a card to represent the whole reading, just as a whole, to wrap it up. So that's the Queen of Wands. I really want to say, whoever you're asking about, at the very end of the day, the way that they see this connection, the way that they specifically see this connection, is they actually admire you. I think this person has a lot of respect for you. They admire your independence. They admire your, I want to say gusto. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what I heard in my head. They admire how you stand up for yourself. They admire how, if you told this person off and you stood up for yourself in some sort of way, this person actually admires the fact that you did that. This is actually someone who admires the fact that you said something. With your whole chest, I want to say. And I think at the very end of the day, I think, especially if this is a romantic connection or a relationship, or some sort of a romantic situation, this person thinks that you are like extremely magnetic as a person, and you have this great like courage within you, and this great like, I'm getting someone who doesn't give up. I feel like this person sees you as someone who doesn't give up, and that inspires them in some sort of way. in many ways, this person feels like they want to be like you. It's like this person wants to be like you. They see you as the ideal kind of person from the perspective of they think the way you stand up for yourself, the way that you want better for yourself in life, the way that you are fair and honest, they think that it's you encapsulate these really great qualities that they really appreciate. Like, I can't help but feel like this person wants to be like you. Especially, I feel like especially if this is a friend. If this is a friend, this is definitely a friend who wants to be like you. And I don't know, even like something that I'm getting for some of you, maybe this will resonate. This person might even copy what you do sometimes, and you may think that they're doing it to like piss you off or something like that. But in reality, they like, imitation is the highest form of flattery. That's the feeling that I'm getting. It's like this person almost wants to imitate you in some way, imitate your essence, imitate how you move through life. This person feels inspired by you in some sort of way. And if this is a partner, this is definitely a partner that is inspired by you. But they're also aware that they've been like procrastinating or slacking on putting effort into this connection, or slacking on maybe even putting into themselves in order to put effort into this connection. Because that's another thing. This person might be, the feeling that I'm getting with this reading, there's a sense of this person following your lead a little bit. And while that's all well and good, there's sometimes in partnerships, there are sometimes people who lead and people who follow. We still can't neglect our own self-development. We can't neglect our own input into ourselves, our own investment into ourselves. And I feel like maybe this person has neglected that a little bit, and it's something that they're realizing they're needing to find again. You know, that's the feeling that I'm getting. But I think the way that this person sees this connection is that they see you as you've removed part of your energy from them, but also they see that you've been very honest with them. They see that whatever you've said to them, maybe even hurt their feelings, but they feel like you've been honest, you've been to the point with them, and they actually really admire you for doing that. Now, if you've walked away from this person completely, I do feel like they might try and rush in and get you back in some sort of way. But they are also aware that before they do that, they need to show something for themselves. So they may need to work on themselves. They may need to apply themselves in some sort of way before they come in and try and get you back. Because if they come in the same as they were, you might say, well, have you worked on yourself? What have you done to improve yourself? What have you done to make your life better and decide on the kind of person that you want to be? And they're very aware of that. They feel like you want a friend or a partner or whoever this person is who knows who they are, because you know who you are, and you don't want to feel like you're a template for someone in terms of who they want to be. It's a very interesting dynamic that you have with this person, but I do feel like this person wants to, if you're in separation in some sort of way, this person wants to come back into your life. If you're not in separation, this person wants to do better, and not just for you, but for themselves, so that they can shine beside you, so that they can shine brighter in your presence. And like, it's almost like, it's a weird feeling, because I feel like this person wants to make you proud. So yeah, interesting. So that's what I have for you, group number 2. So if you like this reading, do like, subscribe, and comment, especially with your feedback. I'd love to hear your feedback on this. This was an interesting one. I'd love to see what kind of relationships this one is for, because I feel like this one is a little bit more nuanced than group 1, at least. So I'm going to leave it here. So I'm going to move on, and we're moving on to group number 3. So group number 3, you've got the Cat Tarot, and we're going to be looking at how does the person that you are asking about, how do they view your relationship, and how do they view whatever is going on between you. And this can be platonic, romantic, familial, even colleague relationships if you feel like it. Let's get into it. So first, we're getting the energy of how does the person feel about their own position within this connection. So how does the person feel about their own position within this connection? Wheel of Fortune. They see it as positive. They see themselves... They feel very lucky in this connection. This connection, this relationship makes them feel lucky, makes them feel like life is moving the way it's supposed to. There's something very nice about the energy here. Like, what I'm channeling is someone who feels like, oh, when I'm with this person, it feels like my life is moving in the right direction. So that's really nice. It's we got a better start with you, group 3. I'm really excited to see that. And we've also got the Devil in reverse. They feel like this connection helps them release a lot of their fears and maybe even addictions. And again, addictions doesn't have to be specifically substances. We can be addicted to anything. Social media. We can be addicted to, we can be addicted to anything. Attention, social media. I have a theory that celebrities are addicted to fame, or certain celebrities are addicted to fame. Addicted to... There's so many things that we can be addicted to that is not substances, but this person feels like you help them, or this connection, this relationship with you, this friendship with you, whatever the nature of this relationship is, it helps them move on from things that used to make them feel stuck, made them feel captured, made them feel like they were in trouble. Maybe you help this person out of trouble as well. That could be something that's happening. Maybe you actually helped this person out of trouble in some sort of way, and they're very grateful. And see, like, I'm just getting this cat is walking this way, and we've got the Devil card here. It makes me feel like they're walking away from trouble when they're hanging out with you. It makes them feel like they're walking away from bad choices when they're hanging out with you, or when they're around you. Being with you, being in a relationship with you feels like they're walking away from bad choices. They may also feel like the universe brought you into their life. They may feel like there's almost a sense of destiny around this connection. But from their point of view, of their position in this connection, is that they're lucky to be in this connection, that this connection helps them walk away from bad choices, addictions, fears that cripple them and make them feel like they have to feel stuck or trapped or captured in some sort of way. It's like you came in and opened a cage for them. That's the imagery that I'm seeing. It's like you came in with a key and you opened a cage, you unlocked the lock, and you said, oh, you can actually get out of this cage. You don't have to live in here. So maybe you said something to this person. You may have given them some advice that really resonated with them. But they feel very lucky to be in this connection. They feel very lucky to have you in their life. So that's really, really nice. So let's see how they see you in this connection. They see you as the Two of Wands. They see you as someone who, again, I'm getting this sense of someone who pushes the boundaries of where they are. You're someone who's not afraid to break out of outdated beliefs, of outdated ways of doing things. You're someone very fresh to this person. They see you as a very fresh kind of character. Maybe this is a fresh connection. This could be like a new relationship or a new friendship for some of you. Knight of Swords. They see you as someone who is very brave. Like, you're very brave and you're not afraid to try new things. You're also not afraid to try things that might fail. So they feel like in this relationship, you're someone who likes to push the boundary. Maybe even you've tried to push this relationship outside of some comfort zones. They see you as quite honest, quite to the point. I'm getting, they see you as very blunt. They see you as a very blunt character, but it's almost something that delights them. It's almost something that they enjoy, because maybe they've been in situations or in relationships where the person they were dealing with, was not saying what they meant. It's like you always say what you mean and you mean what you say. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Another very honest group. We had another very honest group there. But yeah, there's like a lot of honesty with you, and maybe sometimes even bluntness. But they almost like it. Maybe you were kind of blunt with this person about some of their fears and some of their insecurities and addictions, and they liked that because that gave them this perspective to move forward and to want better for themselves. It's really cool. This is definitely giving me very strong friendship vibes anyway. Like, even if this is a romantic connection, I feel like it's a romantic connection where friendship is developed quite well. Like, the friendship side of things is developed very well. So let's see, how do they see this connection in general? Three of Wands. They see a lot of potential in this connection. They also see that it's almost like they're already seeing progress and results from this relationship, especially if this is a new relationship. This person's already seeing results and progress that's making them feel very optimistically and positively about what's to come. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. I feel like this person really feels like you got them unstuck from something. That's a very strong message here. It's like you created more movement in their life when you came into their life. It's like they were stuck in this tree and you came in and brought them down. You took them down from the tree and you said, hey, you don't have to be scared anymore. I'm here. They almost feel kind of not necessarily protected by you, but they feel like that you have their back, you know? It's like, this person has my back. I can feel it. We've got the Lovers in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. I'm definitely getting more of a friendship vibe here for this group. If this is a romantic relationship, or maybe if you have feelings for this person and you're wondering if they have feelings for you, romantic feelings for you, and you've just met them, I would say not yet. I would say this person sees you as a friend. If this is someone you have you have a romantic connection or a romantic relationship with, I think this person focuses on the friendship part of your relationship more than they focus on the romantic part of the relationship. Like, it's kind of strange. But but it's very positive. Like, the feelings here to me are very positive. But at the same time, something about this feels like they see the connection as having a lot of potential, and maybe they even feel like in order to unlock this potential, they have to make a decision or they have to make a choice. So if this is like, especially if this is a friend who could be a partner or who could potentially be a relationship connection to you, like a romantic relationship connection, they may be aware that if they make this choice of stepping into a romantic connection with you, there's no going back. And that could be making them feel a little bit like, I don't want to lose this friendship. But that's only for some of you, right? Because we don't know what you're asking about or who you're asking about exactly. The main point here, I'm getting very positive energy when it comes to this relationship and the way that this person sees you. And this person sees a lot of potential for your relationship or friendship or connection. But right now, it just feels like this person wants to more so have fun with you. And I don't mean fun with you like, oh, they just want to date you and like, you know, have a physical intimacy with you. Like, that's not even what I'm getting. What I'm getting is this person genuinely wants to like go and do fun things with you. Go out and have days out that they, you know, the two of you have together. Do playful things together. They want to see what else they can discover about you. That's another thing that I'm getting. This person wants to get to know you further. Like, this person almost wants to gather more information on who you are as a person. If this is a friend, this is definitely a friend who like really appreciates you and really loves being in your company, thinks that there's so much more potential for your friendship. Like, I'm getting all of that. So let's see your perspective here. Can I get your perspective? Just for context, we're going to ask for your perspective on this person. How do you see this person? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, You might be worried that this person doesn't want to stay in your life long term. So do you have some anxiety about this person? Oh, it's like you're worried that this person's not gonna stick around. And it's so funny because this person is definitely planning on sticking around in your life, especially if it's a friend. But you may feel like they're not gonna want to stick around in your life. And it's like, again, with the death card, it could mean that you want to change you may want to transform your connection. So for those of you that it resonates, it's like, this is a friend that you would like to have as more of a friend. I am seeing that for some of you. You want to transform the connection so that it's different to what it has been up to this point. And how do you view yourself in this connection? This is the Four of Swords in reverse. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. You see yourself as very generous in this connection, that you've been very giving to this person. Maybe you gave a lot of advice, you've put a lot of effort into this person. And I definitely see that resonates with this person. They definitely agree to that sentiment. They're very grateful for everything that you've done for them. You may feel like you could be doing more in terms of communicating how you feel. Maybe you feel like there's more things that you want to say to this person about how you feel about them or what you'd like to happen within this connection. You may feel like you're kind of procrastinating expressing yourself properly to this person. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like you're almost worried that this is not a long-term relationship, that this person is not going to stick around. Now, if this is a partnership, like a relationship, someone you're literally in a connection with already, and one thing I'll say is that this person does plan on sticking around. I'm not seeing that this person wants to leave or sees the connection. So if maybe some of you are having like relationship anxiety, maybe you feel like, this person wants to leave. This person doesn't have feelings for you anymore. I feel like for a lot of you, this relationship is just transforming. For some of you, maybe this is a relationship that's coming out of honeymoon period and it's stepping into a more serious version of this relationship. And so a lot of things may feel very up in the air and very floaty. And it's kind of like, which way is this relationship going? I'm not really... It's kind of hard to figure it out. So I feel like if this is a situation where you're asking about literally a relationship, your guides are saying it's kind of like you're having relationship anxiety right now. And this person does want to stick around. More than you allow yourself to believe in. So let's get a card to summarize how this person sees this relationship. We've got the Three of Cups. This person has a lot of fun with you. And I feel like for most of you, if this is not if you're not in a relationship with this person already, if you are confused on whether this can be a romantic connection or not, I will say for most of you in those situations, I think this person sees you as a friend. I have to be very honest. But does this person feel positively about you? Absolutely. This person sees you as an amazing friend. Now, if this is a friendship reading that you're getting, if you're asking about a friend, and you're worried that this friend for some reason wants to leave you or wants to move on from you, that is, again, anxiety. Because I'm seeing that this friend wants to stay friends. This friend wants to continue your connection. This friend actually is very grateful to have you in their life. This person doesn't have any plans on leaving your life. That's something that I'm seeing. But again, apply it to your situation. And I do feel if you're already in a romantic connection with this person and you're aware that you're mutually in a romantic connection together, this person wants to stick around to continue on the relationship to see where it takes you. And they want to have fun with you. They want to explore with you. They want to see what else is possible in this relationship. if you're in a friendship situation, but you want this to be a romantic situation, I can't promise that this is going to turn into a romantic situation, because I do feel like the person on the other end sees you more as a friend. Sees you more as but like an amazing friend, no less. This person feels very safe around you. That's the feeling that I'm getting. This person feels like the connection makes them feel safe and understood. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you feel like this person is gonna like leave you or forget about you, or that this person is only in your life short term. Now, it's up to you, of course, as well. Both parties decide whether, this relationship is long term or short term. But if this person had it their way, they would have you in their life long term. They would have you in their life for as long as possible, so that they can fulfill the full potential of this relationship. Because they feel like you make them feel less stuck. You make them feel less confused about life. You make them feel more brave. And I'm kind of getting someone who likes to do things with you. It's like someone who likes to do fun activities with you, likes to be out and about with you. Like, your company is actually very pleasant to this person. So yeah, that's what I have for you, group number 3. So that's the way that your person sees your connection. If you like this reading, do like, subscribe, and comment, especially with your feedback. I'd love to hear what you thought, if you feel like it. But I'm going to move on. I'm going to leave this here. And we're going to move on to, last but not least, we've got group 4. So let's see. Group 4. Your relationship with your person. Whether it's platonic, romantic, familial, maybe a colleague you're asking about. Let's see. How do they view this relationship or this connection? So let's see their own perception of themselves first in this connection. What is their perception of themselves in this connection? How do they see their role in this connection? 6 of Wands in reverse. This person might feel like they haven't shown you the full extent of who they are. It's like they may feel like they've not been very confident in this connection. They haven't really shown a lot of confidence. They haven't shown a lot of leadership skills. The feeling that I'm getting is someone going, I know I can show more. I know I can show more to group 4. I know I can be more. It's almost like they wish they showed off more to you in some sort of way. It's almost kind of sweet. The feeling that I'm getting is like someone who is kind of, for some reason, they become shy in front of you. It could even be that this person's not necessarily shy on a regular basis, but with you, or when they're around you, they can become a little bit more conscious of what they're doing. And they feel like they haven't shown the full extent of who they are to you. They haven't shown the full extent of the type of person that they are to you. How do they see group 4 in this connection? What is their perception of group 4 in this connection? The Chariot. Maybe it's because you're so confident. It's almost like they're usually confident, but when they're around you, yeah, you seem like someone who you're represented by 2 major arcanas here in this person's eyes. This person sees you, I wouldn't even say intimidating, but this person sees you as very impressive, very confident, someone who has a lot to show for themselves. And they honestly get a little bit, uncomfortable with showing off themselves in your presence. That's the feeling that I'm getting. This person feels like you are someone who knows what they want. And something that's coming up about your ability to really connect to your goals and aspirations. Like, the way that you connect to your goals and aspirations and the way that you go after the things that you want is something that really appeals to this person. Is this a career situation? Do you work with this person or something like that? Or maybe this is just someone who's so focused on their own career that they look at that aspect in everybody else. So how do they view the connection in general? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's honestly the way that the feeling that I'm getting, and this is not necessarily in a bad way, but this person feels like they haven't been able to show you like the best version of themselves. That's the feeling that I'm getting. It's almost like you got to show them the best version of you, from their perspective at least, and they haven't been able to show the best version of themselves to you. And it kind of bothers this person. They're like, oh my god, I know I can show a better version of myself. This person feels a little bit stuck in progressing this relationship with you. So whoever you're asking about, this person feels like they don't feel like they're ready to move this connection or relationship or friendship along. Maybe because they did do something that didn't show them in the best light, and now they're kind of in their head about it, or in their ego about it. Page of Swords in reverse. Do you even speak to this person? Because the feeling, or does this person even speak to you? Because the feeling that I'm getting is that there's not a lot of communication and there's not a lot of interaction. If there is, this person maybe feels like they never get to say what they mean or what they want to say, but it's not necessarily because it's your fault or it's because you're doing anything. It's because it's like you, like, I really want to avoid using the word intimidate because that's not what I'm picking up on, but it's like the only word that's coming into my mind. Intimidate, it's not intimidate. It's like you're so confident and you're so comfortable in who you are that it makes this person hyper aware all the ways in which they're not comfortable in who they are. But for a lot of you, I feel like you must be asking about someone there's very little contact with in terms of like communication. This person's perception of this relationship is that, well, right now, that it's not going to move anywhere. That it's not really, nothing's really going to change. And they're aware that for the most part, it's because they're kind of it's almost like they're hiding from you. That's the feeling that I'm getting. It's like this person's hiding from you, but it's not because they see you in a negative light, because we've got the Chariot and the Strength card representing you, which are very, like, I feel like this person admires you, but it's almost like this person admires you from a point of view almost like you're not, maybe this person thinks you're out of their league. If this is like, even if this is a friendship, this person may feel like you're too cool for them, or you like have better people to interact with. You run in different circles than them. Like, there could be something like that. I almost feel like this person gets in their ego about you. It's like observing you be so comfortable in your own skin. Again, maybe you're not. Maybe your own perception is that you're not, but to this person, you sure come across that way. But this person kind of gets into their ego. You make their ego, it's almost like you hurt their ego by just existing in like the way that you are, in your natural state. This person, because for you it's more difficult, for me, group 4, I'm not necessarily getting, for some of you, this person could be looking at you from a positive light in that kind of way, where they're seeing you very positively. They're seeing you that you're very confident, you're comfortable in your own skin, you are very comfortable with your goals, aspirations in your career, maybe even, that you're doing really well for yourself, and they admire that. And they're like, but at the same time they're like, I'm not gonna come near this person because, you know, they're living a very different life to what I'm living. They're in a very, very different state to me. They're in a very different energy to me. There's no point in me even approaching this person. That's, for some of you, that's the feeling that they're getting. But for some of you, it could be that this person's like, they admire you, but they cloak that with, oh, group 4 thinks they're so great. Group 4 thinks they're amazing. Like, oh, they're so up themselves, or like they're so full of themselves. And I can't tell which one is, like, I don't know how many of you will resonate with the first one and how many of you will resonate with the second one. But it all comes from the same idea. It comes from the fact that they feel like you're out of their league. Both of those scenarios come from the point of view that they actually really admire you. And the thing is, sometimes when someone admires you, they will cloak that with criticism. They will cloak that with, oh, this person thinks that they're better than me, when the other person doesn't even, like, has never considered it from that point of view. And they probably even like them, you know? So, but please use your own intuition on this, because I feel, again, for some of you, it's more that this person doesn't feel confident and they do admire you and they speak positively about you if they do speak about you, or they think positively about you. But they see you almost as like, oh, this person's not even in my reality. This person lives in a completely different reality to me, and I don't have the access to that reality. Or they could just be like, also kind of aware of that and think from that point of view, like this person lives in a different reality, but they cloak it with, group 4 thinks they're great. Oh, like I'm kind of getting that. But they, at the same time, they're like, group 4 is great. Group 4 is very impressive. Like, they're so impressed by you, but I feel like for some of you, they don't want to admit that they're impressed by you. That's the feeling that I'm getting. But let's look at your perception of this person and this connection. The Star card, like, you see this person as a, like, really impressive as well. With the Star card, you see this person almost as if they're living the dream in some instances. It's funny how we can perceive someone as so amazing and they have such a low opinion of themselves. But you do see this person as quite defensive. Again, quite ego-based. This person may feel very defensive, or to you, that's what I'm saying here. You may feel like this person's very defensive and they're speaking even. But I feel like you see this person as maybe even like your dream person, or a dream type of a friend, or a person that you would really love to hang around with. Or be with in a relationship. You see them maybe as your wish fulfillment. For some of you, this person represents like a wish fulfillment to you. But if it's not necessarily for like this person would be a wish fulfillment to you, it's more like you see this person as having it all from a certain perspective. Like, they're not, you don't see them as lacking in anything, but you see them as a little bit defensive in their energy. And what about, how do you see yourself in this connection? Just for context, the Hermit, you see yourself as maybe very introverted. You see yourself as someone who, again, you might feel like you struggle to reach out to this person. You may feel like you take, wow, I love how you also see yourself, and this is the thing, you're very confident in yourself. I like that we got this energy. All major arcanas for you, group 4, whether it's your person or you do see yourself as the boss. You do see yourself as in control of your life. You do see yourself as someone who knows what they want. And you probably see yourself in this connection specifically. You know what you want from this connection. You know how you'd like this connection to play out, and you know when you want to make a move in this connection and when you don't want to make a move in this connection. But you know that you're in control of yourself. You're in control of what you would like to achieve within this relationship. And it shows. I really feel like it shows to this person. They can see that you know what you want. And maybe that's what is intimidating to this person. It's like, you know what you want. Nobody can tell you what you want because you've laid it out for yourself. Maybe they're a little bit more scared and nervous about what they want. So maybe they haven't identified or defined what they want from this connection or just in life in general. But it's so funny because I feel like this person is generally quite confident, but it's almost like being in your presence doesn't, it's not like it makes them not confident, but it definitely stifles their confidence in some sort of way, because your confidence feels so natural. That's the way that I would put it. It's like maybe their confidence is a little bit more put on. Their confidence is a little bit more more of a mask that they wear, whereas your confidence just feels like it naturally flows through you. And so this person gets a little bit disoriented. But this person, because I'm getting this energy of like someone who, if this, again, there's two scenarios. There's one scenario where this person is just avoiding you completely, but they're admiring you from a distance, and they're like, you know, group 4 is amazing, but I couldn't even step into the reality that group 4 is living in. And then there's another version where they're like, oh, group 4 thinks they're so great. And then I'm seeing them be like, they are so great. I want to be a part of their life. Like, there's that kind of feeling, but they have to overstep this kind of egoic feeling. And the reason that they're feeling this way, if they are feeling that way, it's because they don't believe that they're great, which you actually do. And it's funny because it's almost like they might think that you think badly of them, or you see them as someone who, like, you don't see them for who they are. You don't fully recognize how brilliant they are. And in reality, you actually do. You actually do. You recognize the full brilliance of who they are as a person, but you see, and you're like, I think they're amazing. Why are they so defensive with me? And in the back, they're like, group 4 doesn't even see me and doesn't even see how brilliant and cool I am. It feels, it kind of feels like miscommunication, because I wonder if the two of you are not communicating a lot, are not expressing exactly what you think or feel to the fullest degree. So let's summarize. How does this person view this connection? Let's summarize it. What's this person's... Well, the way that they view this connection is Queen of Pentacles. This person... Well, for a lot of you, maybe this person does see this connection as more professional or practical. I do feel like some of you could work with this person. Professional, practical. They see this connection as a connection that is not very emotional and more so balances on practicality rather than emotional involvement. So maybe this person feels, to be honest, we've no cups here. So for a lot of you, this may not even be from like a romantic perspective. Like, this person may just think about you that way. Like, maybe it's a friend or something like that, or someone you interact with. And the thing is, like, I am seeing more so that this person's just very impressed by you rather than that they're attracted to you or that they want to be in a relationship with you. It could be that for some of you, they haven't even allowed themselves to think that way if they would potentially like to be in a relationship with you. That's how far removed they feel you are from them. This person feels like you're miles away, even if you see them every day. This person feels like you live in a different dimension, like you exist in a different reality. So they haven't even allowed themselves to think in those terms of like, you know, oh, what would a relationship with this person be like? They haven't even let themselves see this connection from that point of view, if that's what you're asking about, if that's what you're interested to know. But I feel like if this is a friend, it feels like it's either a friend who admires you, but like almost maybe there's a feeling of, oh, why would group 4 want to hang out with me? Like, I admire group 4, I really like them, but why would they want to hang out with me? Someone like me, and they may feel like you don't see the full extent of their potential and what they have to offer, even though you do. Or this is a friend who admires you but like can't admit it to themselves because they're so enveloped in their ego about it. So it's very hard for them to admit it to themselves. But overall, the way they see this connection, they actually, I can't help but see that this person does see you in a positive light. It's just that their ego sometimes gets to them. And, you know, it affects different people here different. In some cases, this person might even see you as like a motherly figure. If this is a friend, they might see you as like that mom friend of the group or something like that. There could be something like that coming through here. If this is a colleague, they see you as a very hard worker. They see you as someone who knows what they want and someone who's going to go far. That is a big sentiment here. Whoever this person is, they see you as someone who's going to go far. If you're already in a relationship with this person, because I think I didn't address that side of things. So if you're already in a relationship with this person, they might feel like they are, is it punching up? Or like they're punching? Like they're like, how the hell did I land group 4? Like they might be completely in awe of the fact that they got to be in a relationship with you. And maybe there's a little bit of defensiveness because they're worried that if inevitably you're going to leave or inevitably you're going to find someone else or something like that. This person really, it kind of feels like this person really admires you and sees you in all your glory and like how incredible you are. And they really want to be seen in the same way by you, which you do see them in that way. I can see here from the star card that that your cards have shown me here. But like maybe it's not that obvious to them, or they're missing it. Like maybe when you compliment them or you give them some sort of a boost or acknowledgement, it's like it goes right past their, like, you know, it goes over their head. They don't even notice it. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, group number 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, do like, subscribe, and comment, especially with your feedback. I always love hearing feedback on these readings. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.